Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another episode. Episode 4, bro. It's so nice, man. We're actually getting somewhere with this series. It's incredible. Never thought I would have made it past the episode 1. But we're back with episode 4. It's got Bilbao's making beautiful progress. We started the station in the last episode. In the previous one, we finished the layout, and then obviously in the first one, we started the layout. So we're back building the building the theming for the coaster, which actually has a name now. It's called Hex. Not Hex Legends of the Towers, out on Towers, I know. It's mainly based off the, Hexscape, or, what's it called? Hextech, I think, from Arcane. And then I just basically, it was actually Tizzy who suggested the name, so shout out Tizzy. Also the person who's making the thumbnail, so shout out Tizzy once again. Thank you, Tizzy. But yeah, so, it works quite well, especially because, this has an Arcane inspired theme, so I decided just to run with the idea, and ever since it's called Hex, because otherwise I can't pick names, man. I'm horrendous when it comes to naming stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure a majority of my coasters, their names have either come from stuff that's like inspired me, or I don't know, like people have suggested names. Like Anora, I'm pretty sure that was a name suggested by a friend. Renaissance Kingdom, that's, self-explanatory. Yeah, naming stuff is probably one of the hardest things about building. It's like, you build a coaster, you theme it, and then you're like, so what do I name you? I mean, a lot of it does come from the theme, I guess, but still, it gets quite difficult theming it. But apart from that, let's talk about the actual build. So, we're continuing on the actual station for it. We're making it a lot bigger for this main part here, because it basically has the big tower at the first, and then it slopes down a bit, you see, with the pathway going from the tower to this main part here, and then it's going to go up a lot higher. It goes basically as high as the spike, I'm pretty sure. It looks incredible and very, like, what's the word, intimidating. Especially like when you walk up, especially that cathedral in Germany, it's like 500 foot tall. The fact that Falcon's flight is airtime is that big, it's insane. But it's just, it looks really cool. I really want to do a build like that one day, but I just don't have the skills to pull it off. Maybe Tizzy will one day, we'll see. Actually no, I think someone's made it in Theme Park. I think there was someone on Thijmen server. I think I was scrolling on it and I did see it. Someone making it on Thijmen server. So someone might have made it. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure someone has. But I do want to do a build like that in the future. Or like, especially a build like Falcon's flight, but maybe with, not like the whole layout, but especially it's the downwards launch specifically. I haven't built a coaster with a downwards launch yet, and they quite intrigued me, because while you're accelerating with gravity pulling you down, the launch is also accelerating you. So it must, I really do wonder what that launch feels like on Falcon's flight. I mean, everyone who rides it basically just freaks out. Like, Coaster Studios' reaction is still one of the funniest things in existence. I really want to go out one day and experience Falcon's flight. It would probably be my number 1. Well, apart from Ride to Happiness, I guess, if I ever ride that. Man, there's so many good coasters outside the UK. We've got Hyperion, Nemesis, and that's about it. But talking about the build, we're adding, details to the wall. As you can see, we're adding the windows that we made from previous episode. Same with the wall details. We also copy and pasted the from the pillars that I made that like door indent into. I copied it over here, but it just saved me time trying to make a custom door, and it worked quite well, as you can see. And we also make the building wider at this point. I mean, you can tell by the pillar placement, it goes out a lot wider than it does with the onload for the station, but it's an onload offload, so the part you see with the tower is where people get on, so it's why it has the tower pens, and then where it comes up from the elevator parks in the reverse, the part before that is the unload station, so I need to add like fences there to stop people like walking onto it. It just helps with like dispatches as well, because you basically have a train cleared and then ready to load, before World 1's being sent out. It saves with it ups the dispatch time a lot, because Falcon's flight. I know I keep talking about it, but that is so annoying that it has such a low rider capacity, because they have like unload, like wait, and then onload stations, but then it's the actual block setup itself limiting it, because they don't dispatch a train until it like hits the final brake run. So it has like a rider capacity of like 500 or something even less, which is just stupid for being like the world's tallest, fastest coast. Even like King Dakar and Top Thrill Drags that actually had good rider capacity, so they had like either dual load stations or like dual unload, offload. Top Thrill Drags had like such a weird setup. Like it had 6 trains for such a short layout, and then King Dakar had 3, yeah, had a better capacity, at least when it was running the dual load station. But Falcon's flight, man, that's so stupid. Anyway, we're adding the pillars for the top part now. I did a mix of different textures, so I did glacier for those like trims you see on the side, and then I have plaster for like the side panels, and then I use like an orange sandstone for the curved details of the arches. Those curved arch pieces, I'm so glad Dennis added them to the game. Like, you can do some really nice details like that with them, or like you can make really nice fences with them too. It's so nice having these pieces. I think he added them back in when he added the not mine train, powered coaster. Oh no, that was glass primitives. I think this was actually it might have been with the new, no, it wasn't. Was it with the new BMW? Might have been. Yeah, a lot of this build is just adding details to existing walls, or like stacking up the build. So you have the you have like the base layer, then you got the tower, you got the pillars, the sandstone pillars, then you got these like silvery pillars on the sides with the cool indents. I don't know why I'm glad I made this. These actually work really well, because I mean, if I did another normal pillar there, well, it just looks a bit bare and empty. Right now we're adding the like houses you see on like castles. I think they have it on the castle. Does they have it on London Castle? I can't remember. But they look really nice. They'll break up like the wall pattern design, and they just add to the massive layering of this building. Like, you could tell it's arcane inspired, with like just layers and layers, more layers of just whatever. It also helps with the different textures that I add, because if I just had it all plaster, wouldn't have looked as good. So having the mix of the yellow sandstone for like the golden highlights, the plaster for some of the front stuff, you have the sandstone bricks that change in colour as you go up, you have the orange plaster lines on the pillars, you got the sandstone windows. Glacier also worked to break up the design. Same with the wall patterns that have like the diamonds. Those diamonds actually look looking really nice. I just threw together like some random pieces and called it a day. I was like, oh, that worked. A lot of this, especially these first like episodes, I think this specifically this building here, I work on in like every single episode from this point onwards, or like basically all of them but like one, because it's just that many pieces and like items to just make. It's the best building I've ever made in this game, and obviously the best station I've ever made. One of the only stations I've ever made. This whole build, I've got to say, is probably the best build I've ever made in this game. Like Anora, Terra, stuff like that, don't even come close. I really want to make like a 10 best coasters I've ever made in this game kind of video below what Not Me did, just to like rank them all, because there's some from like years ago that I've made and completely forgotten about, like Renaissance Kingdom as a whole. I should really make some videos on that, because it actually looks really nice. It just hit MB limit. A lot of my builds I just don't finish because they hit MB limit. I'm like, oh shucks. That's basically why Anora only had one episode and then I stopped, because of all my motivation just went for it, because I saw I was on like 3.8 MB and I'm like, bro. But yeah, anyways, moving on. What else? Let's see. I mean, apart from working on the center building, we don't really do much more in this episode. This one's more like episode 2, more of a short one. Not as much goes on. So, there's not a lot to talk about really, apart from adding layers, adding more building, adding more windows, adding more patterns. Basically the whole video as a whole summed up really. So with that, I'll probably just leave you guys off with the rest of the time lapse. I'll stop my yapping, you guys can continue watching, and hope you guys have a good day. Make sure to like and subscribe, it means a lot. We're gonna try and get to 500 subscribers this year, would be peak if we got there. And yeah, I'll leave you off for the rest of the time lapse. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.